How's it going? I've been home for quite some time now, but I realized I've only done one vlog. Part of that being that my days are quite monotonous, but I think sometimes they're fun to follow along just to be kind of relaxing. So hopefully this is interesting for you guys. I'm super stoked because Braun is sponsoring this video. I love their epilator. I'll talk more about it later. I'm gonna do a little spa night for myself, which I'm very excited about. I'm gonna go get breakfast and work out with Sage, so let's go. Me and Sage finished the workout, got a good little burn in, did some Pilates. It's a great at-home workout. Time to get ready for the day. Welcome to a little spring skincare routine with Len. I showered, I'm clean, I didn't wash my hair. I feel like people are always concerned about that. And so I figured I'd show you guys my skincare routine. We're gonna just have some fun with some serums. I feel very extra when I use them, but it's so worth it. Starting off with this Hyaluronic C Serum by Osha. Love this stuff. It's made with vitamins and seaweed, I believe. It's great for balancing out your skin tone, tightening, reducing redness. Next is Beauty Counter's new serum. It is called All Bright C Serum Counter Plus. This is antioxidant rich with a 10% vitamin C formula that just makes your skin look brighter and more radiant and glowy. My go-to moisturizer at the moment has been Beauty Counter Adaptive Moisture Lotion because it's really light on my skin, which is what I want during the warmer months. But when I'm going about my day and it's hot, I'm gonna be sweating, I want something that's just really light. Next step is a little bit of sunscreen, especially if you're spending time outside. I'm really liking this Twill sunscreen. It has 30 SPF. It does have a little bit of the sunscreeny smell to it, but it doesn't have like the white tint, which is like a game changer for me. And I'll check in with you guys a little later. Howdy. I feel like I'm living my 90s dream right now. Outfit. I feel like these isolation vlogs are a little boring, not quite as exciting as when I lived in New York, but hopefully it's relaxing to you guys. I know watching vlogs is relaxing to me. We're on week 7 of isolation now, which is just so long. So much longer than I anticipated. I came here thinking I'd be here for 2 weeks. The really sad part is I just have no idea when I'll get to go home because New York is the epicenter. And I've been asking a lot of friends, and like some people are like, I'm gonna go home mid-June. Some people are like, I'm moving for the next year. So it's just hard being home this long because I think this is the longest I've been home since high school, most likely. So like 5 years of my life. After like week 4, there was like a solid week where I really hard to get out of bed and could like push myself to work, and was really like just like weepy all the time. Like I couldn't stop crying at random things. Now I feel fine. So I feel like this whole thing is such a roller coaster where like one second I'm like, I got a routine, it's okay, I can do this, everything's fine. The next one I'm like, I am so sad to have lost the life that I had, but it is what it is, and there's lots to learn and benefit from. I don't know, just trying to see the best in it, be grateful for what we got. Howdy, how the hell are ya? I've got my to-do list here. I have a significant amount of hours of work ahead of me, and I'm gonna just start chugging away and seeing how much I can get done. Trying to be, you know, productive, be a good worker, but not push myself too hard. I don't know, there's balance in there. I'm a 3 on the Enneagram scale, so like I can never chill. Let's go. Hello, it's about 5:30 right now, which is usually during a weekday when I try to wrap up my work and I attempt to make time. It usually ends up being about like 3 days a week to play guitar. If you watched my videos, you probably know I bought a guitar about 3 weeks ago. I've never played the guitar. I don't think I've ever even touched an electric guitar before, but my dream is to be able to shred, and I love rock and roll. So I decided that this would be my quarantine hobby, and I'm starting to slowly attempt to learn. Emphasis on slow, but it does bring me a lot of joy, and it's nice to kind of exercise a different part of my brain for once. And I'm learning the most basic of rock songs, but it's satisfying. Hello, coming to you from a very, very relaxing bath. I decided to do a bit of like a little spa night in, a little like self-care, treat yourself, take a bubble bath, do a face mask, whatever you gotta do to take some time for yourself, take your mind off things. And so now that my pores are open on my legs, I am going to epilate. A little backstory, we'll just take it back a couple years. One of my biggest insecurities growing up, it was my body hair. I am part Iranian, and that blood really came through when it came to my body hair. And if you love your body hair, embrace it. I think it's beautiful. I just know on myself, I felt most comfortable when I had it removed. I always wanted like smooth, flawless skin, especially growing up near the ocean and like constantly feeling like I needed bikini body ready when it came to hair, so like being hairless. I've tried everything under the sun. Shaving, lasering, waxing, threading, bleaching, nairing, the whole deal. I've done it all. And I've done quite a bit of lasering. That's why a lot of my like body hair has been removed. Best decision of my life. Oh my gosh, but I can't do that all the time. And especially now that we're in quarantine, I cannot go to those sessions. So that's when epilating comes in handy. This video is sponsored by Braun, like I said earlier. I love them, I've been a fan for a while. They're super popular in South America and parts of Europe, but they haven't really made their way to the States yet, which I think is kind of shocking because it's a great way for at-home hair removal. So this is a Silk-épil by Braun. I'm far too lazy to shave my legs every day, like no one's gonna see that. I like it because you can get smooth skin from just like the comfort of your home, and it removes hair up to several weeks. Can be a little painful at first, so keep that in mind. But if you're worried at all, it does have this like Senso Smart technology, so you make sure that you apply the right amount of pressure to your skin. So if you are pressing too hard, there is a little red light that will tell you to apply less pressure, go a little softer on your skin. So epilation is great for this time right now. It's basically a bunch of micro tweezers that will basically pull out your hair from the root, so it leads to longer lasting hair removal. So if you're looking for the full salon experience, there is a Silk-épil 9 Flex Full Body Beauty Set. So it includes a face spa, which is a 3-in-1 facial treatment. It comes with a facial epilator. It basically cleanses your skin's pore deep, and it has a vitalizing pad for a facial massage. Basically, you can bring the salon to you right now with the Silk-épil 9 Flex Beauty Set. And they gave me a discount code, so you can use the code Elena for $20 off if you want to check it out for yourself. I think I'm going to use it a little bit on my legs right now, and I might do a little bit on my stomach, because let's be real, I get a lot of hair on my stomach. I don't know if that's like just hairy girl things or what. You can use it wet or dry, so I will use it on my legs. What's up, YouTube? I'm just kidding. We're about to play some Nerds. Probably bored of us playing. Yeah, there's not a lot else to include in vlogs these days. Yeah, see?
Did I get it? Yes! Aha! Ooh.
I need a red chip.
Champion! Decided to play little cards because I barely had any social interaction today. Highly recommend talk to somebody at the end of the day, hang out with your partner or your roommate or FaceTime somebody. It helps a lot. Hello, I'm back with wet hair. So I'm gonna just do a little get ready with me. Hope you guys are doing well. I feel like I'm kind of getting more used to it, but then at the same time, I'll like have a tiny mental breakdown like once every week and a half. So, you know, we're all just processing the best way we can. I'm curious to know how you guys have been doing, how you've been kind of processing it, if you feel like you found your stride, or if you're still kind of struggling to, you know, find a bit of a routine. I think it's more than okay to, you know, kind of be a lump during this time. But at the same time, I'm finally at a point where I'm really excited to learn more. I've been trying to learn more about like just videography and kind of like the technical side behind it. I'm gonna take some Skillshare courses, which I'm really excited about. And I've been watching a good amount of documentaries. I would be like a dream to be a documentary maker one day. I recently watched this documentary called Honeyland, which I highly recommend. It was such a unique documentary and story, unlike anything I've ever seen. It's basically the story of a Macedonian beekeeper, which kind of sounds like something you don't need in your life, but you do. But it's like this beautifully done like juxtaposition of like the exploitation of nature versus a sustainable and peaceful way living alongside of nature. It's so captivating. It is the type of thing where when I watched it, I was like, oh, this is a little slow. But the longer I sat with it, the more I was like, oh my gosh. And the documentary makers were with her for 3 years, so they got to know her really well. We were basically living alongside her. And so some of the shots are just so intimate that you feel like you're watching a fictional movie, or like there's no way they got those like conversations on film. It's very like subtle yet stunning, powerful environmental message kind of tied into it. So if you watch that, let me know. There's one other really incredible documentary that I highly recommend. It's very heavy, so if you are in the right mental headspace, I recommend it. It's called Forsema. It's basically about the Syrian woman who lived in Aleppo. She was a student and she started filming at the time that there was like revolts and protests and how it's led into this massive conflict and, you know, the refugee crisis that's now going on. And she basically filmed from the very beginning all these incredible moments of history. It's incredibly powerful, heart-wrenching, heartbreaking. I cried multiple times throughout it. As someone far removed from Syria, I'm able to put myself in her shoes in the sense that I can identify with her as a young woman and like her kind of initial thought process, and can kind of be like, oh my gosh, what if this happened to me in my city? It's so easy to see these like headlines on the news and turn it off and go back to TikTok. And while it's fine and I think important to have a balance of where you're spending your time and a mental and emotional energy, I think having awareness of what's going on is so important, and having knowledge of the issues at hand, having that very intense personal experience watching it to be able to relate to what she's feeling, I think is something that can actually provoke change, which is so often the issue. There's a lot of apathy concerning different problems abroad, and obviously we can't fix them all, but I think awareness and caring can go a very far way. Those are my 2 documentary recommendations. I think my hair is dried with how much I've been talking. I am gonna finish getting ready and need to get some work done, and we'll take you along for little pieces of the day. Hello, I've been here for the vast majority of the day. Super exciting vlog right now. Actually took like 3 days off last week. Even though I like work for myself, I try to stick to a Monday through Friday schedule, which is really needed because I've fallen into the trap of this quarantine time feeling like it needs to be extra productive, and I, you know, place so much my value in productivity. Shout out to capitalism for instilling that in so many of us. Quite a bit to edit. I have a lot of emails to go through, a lot of planning to do, etc. So that's what I'm gonna be doing for the vast majority of my day. I'm actually doing a Zoom call later today for my book club, which I'm so excited about. So we're doing the like end of the month book club chat about the book Sapiens by Yuval Harari, which I highly recommend. It transformed a lot of the way I like see the world and I see history, and helped me just kind of form a new perspective with the way I look at so many things. Great book, highly recommend. And so yeah, I'm gonna be editing. And now another clue I would ask if you could help me out. It's hard to understand. So I am kind of setting up for that right now. I'm in my sister's room. This was actually my bedroom throughout all of high school. Oh, and she took it over, which is more than fair, but it's a lot nicer than the room I'm staying in. I'm a little salty, just a smidge. Anyway, a little nervous. I ironically do not like public speaking, and even leading a Zoom call of like 30 people feels like public speaking to me, so a little anxious, but you know, it's gonna be good. I'm excited to meet you guys or whoever's joining in. Why like Western powers like Spain and Portugal basically were the ones that did so much colonization. It could be something interesting to discuss since like so many of us are from all over the world and have such different experiences. Does the Forager life sound appealing to you?
Like some of it seems attractive in the terms of like sharing things and like the social life.
So this is the behind the scenes of trying to shoot Instagram content at home, especially when I'm doing like a little campaign. I force/pay my sister to help me.
I don't take payments other than when she pays
Other than
my
food,
dinner.
and I give her clothes because I feel bad. This is how we set up the shot. So I usually put Sage there, set up the shot, get the lighting cute, and I just shoot around until I find an angle. And then I use the shots as examples to show her what to get.
Because I'm not photographically gifted, so I need exact.
Okay, so I'm thinking,
Oh, that's cool. Oh,
but I do like it.
Oh,
she would be so entertaining.
Oh, dance.
Oh, that's
That was pretty. That one looks really easy.
Africa's most dangerous alpha male. The hippopotamus. He's fierce.
Oh, wow. Oh my.
It's one small step for hippos, but one giant leap for hippo kind.
3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. We're
I don't know what you guys, my feet are a mess.
You know, in high school, I walked up my car and smashed through the windshield.
Really?
I walked up the front of my car and just smashed through the windshield on accident.
Okay. Alright, this is real. You gotta finish it. No bail.